Okay, this is my third attempt at the review on this AT Pro, and I thought I'd use a backdrop love in the background there. Look at that, isn't that amazing? I love metal detecting. So, I'm going to go over the AT Pro quickly, just really fast general review over some of its finer points, the goods and bads, and let's start now without delay. So kick it off. I'm going to turn the machine on. Hopefully we can see it this time, because and I'll have you can hear a little bit of the machine. It's going to chatter a little bit because I'm inside. I'll turn this off for right now. So basically, there's the machine. I don't know if you can see. You can see some of the numbers on here. It might be. Hopefully you can see it. But there's Pro mode and Standard mode. I'm going to go switch over to Standard. There's 3 sections in Standard, 3 sections in Pro. There's Custom, Coins, and then 0. 0 is just basically empty, and you can just adjust it as you want. Sensitivity is the only thing that stays the same every time. Everything else usually resets unless it's Custom, and Coins is a mode that's already saved. So there's Pro mode, Coins, and I always hunt in 0. So basically, yeah, it's going to chatter a lot. Maybe I'll turn the sensitivity down a little bit. So basically what I do is I hunt with the sensitivity full out, and I do iron discrimination. I usually go right up to 34. Usually 34, sometimes I go to 36, but generally I like to hunt with quite a bit of iron discrimination. Yeah, so on the topic of discrimination, let's go over to the notch discrimination. So you can notch out above here. Hopefully, again, you can see it, but you can notch out different parts. So basically from 40 is considered thin foil all the way up to 90 plus, which gets in the silver range. But you can get all kinds of different things in that as well too. So if you were saying, oh, I want to notch out foil, you could try to do that, and by hitting this button here, you can notch out a whole bunch of things here that'll, get rid of the foil. But you're going to end up missing some gold coins or gold rings. So you got to be careful when you start doing stuff like that. I would say if you didn't want to dig any coins at all, pennies, you could notch out from 80 and above. You're going to miss silver at that point. But then you got, a nice gap in the middle here where if you're just wanting to look for gold, you could do that. Alright? So let me fix that because I do not want to dig like that. I don't really mess around with that very much. I just hunt with it as it is. Basically, like I said, Pro mode 0, 34 discrimination, and I usually go sensitivity right up to the top. If I get a lot of chatter though, I'll drop it down a notch or two. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is the frequency adjustment, which is kind of a cool feature. So basically you can, try not to block it here, you can hold this down and you can change the frequencies so that if you're hunting with another person and they have a machine, similar machine, or one that's causing a lot of feedback, you can try to change frequencies, and sometimes that helps to decrease the chatter. Or if you're in an area that's got something going on in the air, you could try to adjust, frequency adjust. Sometimes that works. If the machine starts chattering a lot, make sure you ground balance. So you hold that down, you move the coil up and down close to the ground until the audio tone stabilizes. So make sure you do the ground balance because that'll help if you're getting a lot of chatter. And then again, also, if it's still happening, decrease the sensitivity a little bit. You didn't want to go too far because you're going to miss out a lot. Yeah, hopefully you can see I think because the camera's so low, it might be difficult to see what's going on the screen, so I apologize if that's the case, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go over a few more things. We got the iron audio as well. I don't use it a lot, but you can turn it on. I mean, you can turn it on and off while you're hunting. And if you want to check and see if there's possibly an iron component in the ground with that target, you can listen to it. It's got a very disturbing sound. It'll haunt you in your dreams. Pretty distinct though. So that's the iron audio. You can notice a little bit of condensation here. I've been noticing that that's been getting worse. I've had the machine for 3 years, and I think there's some kind of leak, or not. It's not a leak, but there's some condensation getting inside the machine. So that's not great. But that's the iron audio. And then the pinpoint. We've got pinpoint here, really simple to use. You basically hold it down, and you'll have up along the top here, a bar will go up when you get over top of the target, and then also at the same time the coin depth will indicate how deep the target is. It can be fooled. I mean, if you got a massive target that's about 10 inches down in the ground, sometimes the coin depth will show that it's quite shallow, but because the target's so big, it gets fooled. So sometimes things like that happen, or it could be a really tiny piece of garbage and it's showing, you know, that it's really deep and it's right on the surface. So it gets fooled like that, but generally it's pretty accurate, I'd say. It's not bad, works well. So you'll notice on the right hand side we got the coin depth. It's in centimeters because this is the AT Pro International. The regular AT Pro is in inches. It doesn't make any difference between the two machines. They're basically the same thing. You're going to find the same kind of stuff. One thing in Canada though, I have to say, this machine does not like Canadian money. And the modern coins, the nickels especially, and dimes, they sound horrendous. It'll be like iron. You can hear them still. They're scratchy. They don't sound great. I've gotten used to how they sound. I've been using the machine for about 3 years, so I've figured it out. And I don't miss a ton of money. I get quite a bit. But if you're starting out and you're looking for money and you're in Canada, you got to be aware of that. I've got a loonie or loonies and toonies. Sometimes it sound like that they're iron. They're falling like 22, 25, 30, and I pull a loonie out of the ground. So yeah, that's a thing you got to be aware of. We're out here, this nice little field, and I've been here once before. Really briefly, I found an old pendant, so maybe I found something here, but maybe junk. But I'm going to show you what I get. Basically, the common things, signals, what different targets come up as on here, what to ignore, what to dig, all that kind of stuff. So check it out, let me know what you think. And I've been using the AT Pro for about 3 years now, so I'm pretty comfortable with it. I wouldn't say I'm like the master, grandmaster, but I'm pretty well close to mastered the machine. I know how to use it well. So, and I've got lots of gold, lots of silver, old coins, you name it. Alright, so stay tuned and let's see what I get. Actually, first of all, I'm going to show you what I got here. I'm going to set my discrimination. So I'm in pro mode. I always hunt in pro mode. I basically always go to 0 and then I set my iron discrimination. Usually I set it to 34. Sometimes I go all metal, but it gets really annoying sometimes and I just like to notch it out. So that's what I'm going to be hunting in. And it's already a little bit chattery. Sometimes the AT Pro gets chattery and it's a bit annoying, but we'll see how I go. Alright, I'll just keep it on for right now and see what I can pick up live. Usually I have my camera locked right onto my detector. You can see right here, but it's annoying watching the whole camera swing around, and I don't have a chest mount. Okay, so this is, I'm not going to dig, well, so what I got here is something that's 10 to 15 centimeters in depth. It's really choppy, Let me actually put the headphones out here so you can hear it. Actually, you know what I should do is actually take the headphones out completely. Okay, here we go. So you can hear it's kind of choppy. But I'm going to dig it just to show you guys. It's probably a piece of trash. It's not probably, most likely not a coin. Usually, because the coins are round shaped, they usually don't jump around as much and they're a little more solid. And this is all over the place. So let's dig this up and see what it is. Alright. Okay, so here it is here. Dug the hole. Piece of garbage. Really choppy signal, not clear. Sometimes you get bracelets that do that with the AT Pro, so you got to be careful when you're not going to dig something. But more often than not, it's something like this. So you know that's a target you could skip. Normally I wouldn't dig that, so score 1 for me. All right, let's keep going. So you also notice here I'm using a small coil. I think it's a 5x7 double D. It's a really awesome coil. If you ever get an AT Pro, you're hunting in trashy areas, that thing is what you use. This just snipes right through the garbage and can lock in on the good targets. You get better target ID with this. It's and you don't lose a ton of depth either. It actually still goes pretty deep. So it's a good little coil. I recommend highly getting this coil if you use the AT Pro. Another thing you want to notice when you're hunting is the ground. Where I just hunted there was a lot of sand. This area looks like it was filled, partially at least, but this grass is changing here from here to here. So this might be older ground here. We're going to see in a minute. If it's more dirt, then this area definitely is sand and it's definitely filled. So you wouldn't find a lot of old stuff in here. So let's check this out. I'm going to show you this one. This is interesting. It's a little all over the place, but it's also a deep target. So sometimes deep targets can be a little erratic, but it's high end too. So I'm going to dig this. It's really deep, 20 centimeters. I don't use, see, it might be, I don't use pinpoint a lot because I find it really inaccurate. I like to pinpoint with that manually. But this target does not sound awesome, but just for the heck of it, I'm going to dig it. You can see that the ID is jumping around. It's mid-80s basically, so that could be a good thing. And sometimes moving around the target like this can give you a better idea about what's going on in the hole. Yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so this is a deep target. You can see here. That's, it's getting close to 10 inches. I'm wondering what it is. Okay, so sometimes, and it wasn't a clear signal, it was deep, but sometimes the high end on the AT Pro comes up as nails, which is not cool. So, yeah, there it is right there. Alright. Okay, so I got a nice solid, it's a low 80s, high 70s. Sounds really good. The target ID is actually jumping around a little bit, but the target is actually 15 centimeters down, or 10 to 15. So it's, we'll see what it is. It might be, it might be a penny, probably just a modern penny. But let's just give it a go and see what it is. Alright. Okay, here it is here. And we got ourselves what looks like to be a modern penny. Just like I said. Hey? What year is it? 2008. No. 2005. Beauty. Okay, so this is another target. It's jumping around from 67 to 82, 76. It's a little bit chaotic a bit. It might be a modern penny that's rusted out. I'm guessing that's what it is. A modern penny that's in bad shape. So let's rescue it. Man, I'm not showing you, sorry. So we don't have a penny, but we have an A&W root beer lid. Bit older. Yeah. So there we go. It was pretty chaotic. Hey, it was all over the place. So yeah, again, you know, usually the coins are a little more solid with the target ID than stuff like this. So okay, I'm going to show you this one. It's this classic pull tab. It's it could be something else too, but most likely it's pull tab. It's 47, 46, 51, 53. It's all over the place, and it's really shallow. So let's. I bet you even if I put my pinpointer down, it'll pick it up right off the ground. Yeah, it's right there. Just pop it out of the ground, see what it is. But I'm guessing it's a pull tab. Oh, just off to the side a little bit. Who knows? It could be a gold ring, but whoops. Oh, there we go. And it's actually this is a piece of garbage, aluminum, which what a pull tab is made out of. So I wasn't that far off, but yeah. Okay, I got another signal here. A bit all over the place. Didn't know what to make of it. But I just dug it here. I'll show you what I got. It is a shotgun shell. So, yeah, interesting. Here we go. Yeah, it's a little all over the place with the target ID. So really in the end, I mean, the target ID works to a certain extent, but if you get a target that's very repeatable, it sounds well back and forth as you swing, solid, but it's a little unstable, best bet, just dig it. I know, what's the point in having target ID if you're really digging anything anyways, but a lot of times, you know, there could be a necklaces, bracelets are really unstable on the ground. And or there could be a piece of iron laying beside a ring or silver coin, and it screws up the sound. So you got to be careful when you pass over targets. All right, let's keep going a few more times. I got a big thunderstorm coming here, and I want to quickly get this over with before I become electric. All right. Okay, another target, pretty solid. Again, this is another example. It's not bad actually. It's staying 65, 53, 57, but it's still jumping around a little bit, and it's got that scratchiness to it. So let's dig it here. It's coming up at 10 centimeters. Not super deep. So let's try and see what it is. It's funny, it's another shotgun shell, looks like. Yeah. Just popped out of the ground here. I don't know how old that is. Might be pretty old. I'll clean it up later and see exactly what it is or what kind it is, but yeah, another one. Okay, so this is an interesting one. It's very unstable. It's just trying to discriminate out, but there's something in it that's making it stick out to me a little bit. It's probably a dime. Canadian dimes come up like this. Very scratchy, all over the place, and whatever it is, it's close to the surface, so why not? Let's just dig it. Yeah, right close to the surface. I might even be able to see it without digging. It's not going to be anything spectacular, I tell you right now, but let's just pull that out. It could be a toonie or a loony. Sometimes. Oh, it's still on the ground, and I'm starting to make a bit of a mess. Oh, there it is, yeah. There we go. It's a nickel. I'm not too worried about the ground here because it's not like a nice park or anything like that. It's a dumpy little field, so normally though I'd be a little more careful. But it's just a modern nickel, 2010. That's it. Victoria, slow down. Over the car. Here you go, honey. Okay, I'm at another park. Gonna do a little bit more work with the AT Pro here, show you what I come up with. I'll let you know what kind of readings I get. And well, I got something here. So this one, yeah, it's a little all over the place. Let's find something else. Okay, this is a classic pull tab signal here. It's basically 67 to 69. Close to the surface. Really close to the surface, so more than likely 99% pull tab. Let's dig it. I like to use a pinpointer if it's shallow. Then I'll use a pinpointer to pinpoint it a little bit more. That's right here. I don't want to wreck the ground too much. I'll be careful, but where the heck? It's right here. Oh man. Oh, it's out of the hole. There it is. It's a penny. It's not a pull tab. See, you also show you like, but the modern zinc pennies will ring really low sometimes, so I can tell it's a modern one. But yeah, so the modern zinc pennies come up like pull tabs, sometimes like a high-end pull tab. All right. This is a 65, 67, 62, so it's not entirely stable. Not really deep either, but I'm going to dig it. Oh, there it is right there. Look at that. Piece of, from when the fence put up, some wire. That's it. Yeah. Okay, this is a little bit lower, 54, 56. Back and forth a little bit, but nice signal though. So it's likely pull tab. Yeah, there it is, pull tab. Okay, nice solid 6160, really shallow. So we're gonna check this out. Really shallow. Okay, maybe a little bit deeper. This might be a piece of like tiny little garbage. Oh, what do we got here? Okay, let's pull this out of the ground. See what we got. Oh, we got it out. Oh, there it is. Pull tab. It's a really solid 8081, but it seems like it might be a bit bigger than that penny. But we'll just check it out anyway. I don't know, I get the feel to it that it was larger, but maybe I'm mistaken. Huh. Interesting. Anyway. See what we get here. Yeah, it is. something bigger in the ground. Oh, maybe not. There's a bottle cap that's stuck underneath the root. So that's it. Good thing that wasn't a gold ring. This is a nice 61. Pretty solid 6160. So I'm gonna dig this live in hopes it's something good. It's not very deep. It's right here. And look at that pull tab. Beauty. Rock and roll. Here, I'm gonna scare the crap out of my kids with this thing. They're gonna flip out. Abby! Come here! Victoria, look at! It's so cute. Abby.
Cool.
Do you see it?